Okay, and so that's all actuarially sound for the most part. It's those pre-firm prior to 74 and special flood hazard areas that are being impacted. Now, let's go to August 2014 is what's targeted right now. And that's what's targeted to be implemented. It says, since the law was passed, when was that date? Anybody tell me? That's 6/2012. All right, good class, all right? 7/6/2012. If you've gone through a map change since the law was passed, and we're beyond the implementation date, which right now is targeted for August 2014, every property on that map and panel will be then moved to its full flood risk. So what it's saying is, that's an existing renewal for my parents. They're being phased out of their subsidy, and they're still getting their pre-firm rate but being phased out of the subsidy. When that property, when St. Tammany goes through a map change, which I will expect will be after August of 2014. So, okay, we passed the implementation date. So the next time St. Tammany Parish puts out its new map, and it becomes the effective firm, then everybody's next renewal will go to whatever the zone is and where you are in reference to the base flood, if applicable. So, just like we were writing the new people, new business, where now then all our renewals will be phased to the new map. At that point, they basically said on renewals, we have already taken the pre-firm subsidy out over the time period, and the other form of subsidy, according to the federal government and according to me as well, is grandfathering. So we're taking the grandfathering out of the renewals. You're going to your actual risk. That's what August, again, that's implementation August 2014. That's where we're at. So, I mean, you know, I might be getting a good rate now, but maybe that renewal. So that's why you're hearing a lot of pushback in the media as they're rolling these open houses out to Orleans, Jefferson, St. Charles, and that. They're looking at, wait a minute, August 2014, that next renewal, because if they adopt it the end of this year, December or January, August 2014, at that next renewal, I'm going to my full rate. Okay? Fortunately enough, most of the areas affected by these map changes in those 5 parishes, there's more reduction in probability rather than rising in probability. So they're actually going to be, they would have already took the rate decrease anyway, naturally. You know, I use my old, where I grew up in was Kenner, Louisiana. I will tell you that more than 50% of the properties in Kenner will experience a rate reduction as a result of the new map. Because their probability is going lower. St. Bernard Parish. You got property in St. Bernard Parish. Inside the Great Wall of St. Bernard, as I call it, okay?
The parish.
The parish.
Anything inside that wall, for the most part, their maps almost mirror or actually better than the original maps that were adopted prior to this. Now, if I step outside that system and get down into Plaquemine and Braithwaite, it's a totally opposite thing, okay? What I'm telling you is it's not all doom and gloom. However, it is, as you can see, as you look at risk and probability, the areas that are greatest at risk are the ones who are greatest at risk of seeing their premium significant. One of my agents, and I'm going to give you an exact thing, one of my agents is in Lower Plaquemine, and I don't like to do scare tactics, but I'm going to give you, I got to be real. When you hear numbers like I give you, it is real, okay? But it is not everybody. My property, I look at it like this. My property over on Highway 21 in Covington just went up in value as a result of this law.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, it's true. People are going to move where they can afford to buy and pay insurance. We saw that post-Katrina. What did the wind rates do to people? Killed any sales for you guys? Okay? I mean, eventually, though, what does market do? It eventually seeks its own value. So you have to keep that in mind, too. You also have to target where are my opportunities going to be now. So I want you to be smart about this. Let's don't look at the cup half empty. Let's look at it half full. But there are some of us that where actually it's going to kill us. This is a guy, it's one of my agents. He's down in Plaquemine Parish. He's right now in an A15 zone. And he is 2 feet above base flood elevation. He's currently paying $482 a year for $250,000 on his building, $100,000 on content. He is outside the levy systems. He's inside the uncertified levy system, but he's outside the certified levy systems in Plaquemine.
And he's 2 feet above BFE?
He's 2 feet above BFE today. The proposed map that is now out to public view, which probably will be adopted in its form, unless they give him better engineering data. The proposed map takes his base flood elevation from 1 foot above sea level to 9 foot above sea level. So he goes, he's at a 3, right? 1 plus 2 is 3. And that's going to be 9. He's going to be at -6. His new premium, once this fully comes into play, which will be his renewal after August, everybody's with me? His renewal after August 2014, his premium based on current rate tables will be over $28,000 a year.
Oh my God. Talking about foreclosures coming down the pipe.
Okay? He says, I'm paying my house off. Like he says, I'm saying a novena, then another storm will come in. I can collect on my flood insurance, and I can then move over here. I hate to say it. People in New York and New Jersey right now hit me hard on this law. This law is in.